Welcome back. You know who it... Oh, I already screwed up.
Welcome back to the Jojitorium. Well, I think, remember too, whenever we found the German Scheiser porn.
Well, that's not a lot of each other. You're in twerk classes over there. That's
Yeah.
That's all it is. The fitness class.
Working on them TikTok videos you like so much.
Dead face.
Got right in front of you.
Welcome back to Jojitorium. You know who it is. It's Adam. It's Matt. We're decaying with the boys. And rest in peace, Bray Wyatt and Terry Funk.
Forever! Forever! Forever!
Scheduled for September 9th, 2023, the hidden gem known as Ambridge gets invaded by home brewers, local breweries, wineries, and so much more for Crush and Brew 2023. The action will be held at Old Economy Village in Ambridge, and here's a breakdown of the tickets. $35 on a pre-buy admission, $40 the day of the event, and this includes a $10 voucher and admission to the after parties at Altered Genius, Fermata Brewing, and Harkins Mill Winery. Admission also includes free tour of historic Harmonist wine cellar and more. The event will feature live music by Ambridge's American Idol gold ticket earner, Eddie Irwin. Doors open at 5, but the good times are going well into the evening. Make sure you grab your tickets by heading to eventbrite.com and search out Crush and Brew. Just make sure you tell them that the boys sent you.
Yeah, we will see you there. And we will be at an after party. I just don't know which one yet. I'll probably make appearances at all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
On demand. In demand.
Boom. In demand, on demand, in your face.
In your face. Here. Now. Forever.
Forever!
So welcome back. We have to, of course, kick this one off by saying goodbye to two incredible talents in Wyndham Rotunda, also known as Bray Wyatt, and the Funkmeister, Big Funk You, Terry Funk. Just briefly here, reports on Rotunda indicate that he contracted COVID quite a few months ago, and the prolonged symptoms caused pretty significant heart disorder, kind of reminiscent of heart disease, which was ultimately what ended up being the cause of death. Initial reports, they were kind of being mum about it, but we can see now that he had a cardiac episode.
Yeah, so they're basically saying heart attack.
Yeah. Terry Funk's passing is still in a shroud of mystery. There were rumors of his mental health declining. He had dementia. Yeah. He was in an assisted living facility. So the Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame and Museum alum was last known to be struggling with that. And we just wish him and, Bray, our deepest condolences to their families, and, cheers to you guys forever.
Yeah, I mean, Terry made it to 79, so not a huge shock. Like, he's been on the decline. But, yeah, last night took me completely by surprise on Wyndham. I read it. You sent me a message about it, and it was Triple H's tweet, or X, whatever you call it now.
Yeah.
And I read it, and, it started with, his dad said, blah, blah, blah. So, I read through it and was like, oh, Matt's torn up about IRS dying. That does suck. But
why is he was so old? Gutted? Yeah.
And I was like, that doesn't seem right. So I read it again, and I was thinking it was Wyndham saying his dad passed, and not the other way around, which was unfortunate.
I initially did the same thing, and my brain was trying to make it so. And not that I would want IRS to die, but my brain was like, there's no way.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I don't want to sound like old man shouting at the sky, but I think this might be the first time in our lives, because we're getting older, that one of our wrestlers we really liked, who's younger than us, has passed away.
Yeah,
he was only 36, leaving behind a fiance and 4 children. Yeah. So it's been a rough day. I've been watching everybody's tributes to him, and rest easy to both of them, but especially Wyndham. That's tough one. I got my Brody shirt on today, which was his stablemate in WWE, who just passed away a few years ago, untimely as well. So I mean, hopefully they're tagging up there and
absolutely
in the beyond.
They're running roughshod on everybody. As soon as he landed, Lee was like, "Oh, it's about time."
Right. So, condolences to all of the families and everybody affected.
And also, too, right now, if you go to WWD.com and you buy anything that's Bray Wyatt related, Fiend, anything, all that money goes directly to his family.
Right.
So go out there, buy a T-shirt. They're reprinting everything. All the money goes directly to their family. So
do it.
Yeah, I got mine in the order box right now.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, and sorry to start this episode on a solemn note, but as we're recording this, we are literally about 24 hours removed from the news, so it's still fresh in our minds.
Yeah.
But that'll lead us into
round one beers, because we have to pick this right back up. We love wrestling. That's why we do this podcast. But we also love beers, and we also love a lot of other things. We love doggos a lot too, which is directly tied into this beer.
I like beer.
I like beer,
and I like dags.
So Adam, we could put those two things together. Call it dog beer.
That's where we do the clap.
What do we got?
Yeah, so we got another one from our friends at Abjuration. I know we just featured them our first episode back, but here they are again because they did something incredible. They have made an ice cream float sour version 1.0. It is a sour ale with root beer slushy, vanilla soft serve ice cream, and milk sugar. This one does contain lactose, Matt, so good luck. And it's coming in at 5%. But the important thing about this one is it features the head dog of Abjuration Brewing Company, Asher, the goodest boy in Pittsburgh beer, and all of the proceeds from this can, as well as a charity event they just held this past week, all go to Biggies Bullies, which is a local dog rescue here in Pittsburgh. So thought it was important to feature that and show that they're doing a good thing. And if you haven't gotten cans of this, go get them. I know there were still some available there as you're hearing this a week ago. So hopefully, I think there might still be some left. But go check out Abjuration either way.
Yeah, so while Adam's taking his first sip here, and he can give you some insight on what the flavor profile looks like, sound effects, just to let you guys know, you can search out Abjuration on all social media. It's Abjuration Brewing on Facebook, Instagram, X, and I believe they're also on Threads. And check out Biggies Bullies. I mean, this is a great organization. It's been helping out dogs, especially here in Pittsburgh, for a really long time. And it's just a fantastic organization. So, Adam, I think you've had a couple of these before.
Yes, I have.
And Adam's about to take his first sip on this bad boy. And what do you think?
Yeah, so as with a lot of sours that Abjuration do, I just always think to myself, how are they going to do that? And when you hear root beer vanilla sour, it's like, how are you going to do that? But they did it. I think the vanilla soft serve is definitely in there. And I think root beer and sour are just naturally clashing flavors.
Yeah.
But they got just the right amount of root beer. It's subtle, but it's there. But it doesn't interfere with the sour. They play well together. I'm drinking this whole pint. I'll tell you that. I think it's done wonderfully. It's a risk, but it's worth it.
It's a risk, but a reward.
They took the risk. It's our reward.
This is so good. It's such a weird but delicious flavor profile. Like you said, it's like two competing flavors that come together, and you can get the root beer like all the way at the end. It lingers on, which is so cool. And then I know there's lactose in it, but really it's just giving it body. Like I'm not really getting a ton of like that, like the lactose flavor, and it kind of comes with it. It's just giving it a lot of body.
Yeah, it gives it some thickness. It's kind of boosting that vanilla up a little bit. I think it's nice.
Yeah.
And most important thing about the whole thing is there's a picture of Asher on the can label, so it's awesome. He looks like our past dog Tucker a little bit, just a younger pup version of him, and he's a good boy. I've met Asher in person a few times. So.
Yeah. Do you think that Bandy's going to give him a run for his money to be the goodest boy in craft beer?
I don't know. Yeah, Bandy. We got to make a lot more Bandito Mexican lager next year, I guess. We'll see. They can play in harmony, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Speaking of harmony, Adam, before we get into combat news, we have to kind of stay in a harmonious kind of situation right now because we have a big fan giveaway. So the boys, a.k.a. Poppy Chalupa and Daddy Mass, a.k.a. Bang Bang Beer Gang, asked you guys to give us a caption for the sweet little picture taken of us at Barrel and Flow. And if you guys haven't seen it, go check out our social media at DWTB, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, X, everything. TikTok, whatever it is, and it looks like Adam has his hands moving forward, like he's showing me a measurement of something, and I'm looking on in disbelief.
Yeah. And we didn't pose for that picture. I don't remember that picture being taken.
I don't either.
And we weren't. That was early in the day. Clearly,
we looked good.
So yeah, we weren't into our cups too much yet.
No.
So I should have remembered. That was just a sneaky photo, but a great photo.
But it also, it's us to a T.
Yes.
It's you trying to explain something to me and going, no fucking way.
I don't believe you.
And it's everything you're saying to me right now sounds like bullshit. And I'm just so then what we did was we put it out to our fans, and I found 7 of the best responses here, Adam. So I'm going to read through them, and we got to decide on a winner, because the winner gets a free t-shirt from our Redbubble store.
Whoa, nice.
I know. So whoever's winning here, I have everyone's name written down. We'll pick the caption here, and then I'll get their size and their address, and guess what? You're going to get a free t-shirt.
Sounds like I should have put a caption in.
You did. And we can't use it because you're mean.
And I can't win because I'm a part of the show.
And you're mean.
I don't think mine was that mean. What was mine was like, what? I want to hurt you this much?
Sure.
Is that too mean to you?
No. That's pretty on par for you.
Yeah.
So Adam, the first response here is I was this close to Rick Seaback. Number 2, and his dick was this big, I swear. Number 3, no way you fit the entire foot long in your mouth. Number 4 is you saying, I think I figured out the removable thumb trick, and me saying, bullshit. Number 5, no, that's way more than 3 inches. Number 6, I'm telling you, I said no violence, and you responding with, yeah. So anyway, I was about this far from ramming with my car. And number 7, last but not least, exaggerated deli sandwich. So I have my favorite. I want to know which one you would like.
I think going with the look on your face, I like me saying I figured out the removable thumb trick and you saying bullshit.
I'm with you.
Okay.
100%. Yes. So
because if that is the case, I'm doing the removable thumb trick pretty wrong, but I'm like trying.
Yeah, but
I was like, wait, I did it last night.
Yeah, but that's why it's funny to me because if you were saying that, I'd be like, this is exactly what you try to do to me, like 2 beers deep. Like, look what I could do. So that's from our friends at the weekly recap, actually, that put that one in. So
nice. They were actually there. I saw them at Barrel and Flow, so that's cool.
So we'll reach out and we'll get a t-shirt size and we'll get you guys a t-shirt.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. And if you guys want to know what's going on next time the action drops, just make sure you follow us, like I said, at DWTB on Instagram, Facebook, X, Threads, and YouTube, and also TikTok. And I don't know what else we're going to do, but it's getting tedious.
I don't know. Your boy's off TikTok, but Decay with the Boys is still on there.
Yes. But we are going to go into some combat news. So from Buckle to Bella, Bellator, and back the boys, bring you the best combat news in the biz. Did you know that Mike Perry still wants a little bit of a piece of Darren Till? Platinum Mike Perry just signed his bare knuckle contract, but he's looking to break off a bit more. Perry, who is tapped as the alternative fighter in the Logan Paul versus Dillion Danis fight scheduled for October 14th of 2023, has taken to Twitter or X, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, just to respond to a challenge from Darren Till. But during an interview with Jamal Niaz at the KSI versus Fury presser, Perry made it clear that he would take on Till with or without gloves. He then said there were multiple occasions where he challenged Till to a bare knuckle fight, and Till repeatedly refused. And of course, Perry tapped right into his good old Nate Diaz and said, "You're scared, homie. I'll take you in 8 rounds with gloves on."
I like it.
What do you think about... First, let me ask you this, Adam. If it's Perry Till bare knuckle, who do you take?
Perry.
Okay. If it's Perry Till boxing gloves on, who do you take?
Probably still Perry.
Yeah. Now, the reason why I'm with you on that is because I think that there's more of a punching power in Perry.
Yeah.
And if they're not going to wrestle, that takes away a lot of what Darren Till's known for.
Exactly, yeah.
And it also plays into what Darren Till thinks he's very good at, and he's going to get stomped.
Which he's been proven to not be that great at it.
Yeah. He
had some really good shots for like 3 matches in a row, and then
yeah.
Boop, boop, boop.
And then he just started looking at what the lights look like at the top above the octagon.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with that. I would rather see Mike Perry take on Logan Paul than Dillion Danis, though. So, but if they don't need him as the alternate, let's do this.
Yeah. Well, also too, Dillion Danis did agree to I think he agreed to the $100,000 no pullout clause that Logan Paul had put on that fight.
Might as well use your clout while you can.
Yeah. Who knows when it runs out?
That guy, like,
yeah. He only has one fight, by the way. Like, Jake
Yeah.
Paul has the five now, and Logan only has the one, but he got to fight fucking Floyd Mayweather.
you mean Dylan?
No, I'm talking about Logan.
Oh,
He only has one professional fight.
Really?
Yeah, because the one against KSI was still considered an amateur
that's
bout.
true. That is true. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
And you got to fight Mayweather. I mean, that's
Yeah.
pretty incredible. So it'll be interesting to see what happens at that card, and maybe we'll preview it at some point to see who else is on there, to see if the Paul brothers are still good about getting female boxing on. You know,
Because as much as I like serious MMA and boxing, I love this fucking clown shoes bullshit.
goofball
Yeah.
dog shit.
Yeah.
I also want to see KSI get his head completely knocked in by Fury.
Can we get Doink the Clown in there?
Which iteration? I think he's on the 12th.
Goofball. Well, I mean, you're not getting the first one.
No, he's been gone. Yeah, he ain't coming back, man. So we are looking on to another thing here. It's either a problem or a launch to stardom of Sugar Sean O'Malley.
What are they saying? The Sugar era has started.
The Sugar era has started with a second round knockout or TKO of Aljamain Sterling at UFC 292, which then allowed O'Malley to capture the bantamweight gold. This was about 1 minute into the second round, and you really saw some great boxing by O'Malley in this. The feign to drop back to suck him in, and
barely leaned back enough for Sterling to miss that straight and then hit him with a straight of his own.
yeah,
And just knocked his block off.
yeah.
It was an insane the feint he threw, the feint he leaned out of was like so close. Like you could have smelled Sterling's
Oh,
knuckles.
easily. Yeah, yeah.
And he just came, and Sterling was just also going forward at the same time. So it was just a little off balance for like half a second, and that was it.
That's all he needed.
That's all he needed.
And then I know there's some doubts on the stoppage, but whenever you saw the ground and pound there, you saw Sterling really go lights out. Like some of those hammer fists from standing came in clean.
That last fist right before they stopped it was pretty brutal. Could you have let it go on? Yeah. Was it going to change the thing? You had 4 minutes left. I don't think he was going to survive. They're like, oh, he was going to pick the leg. I think he was scrambling. Like,
And that's what they were saying. Like he grabbed on the leg, he was going to start working for a takedown. I don't know, man. He was still in the turtle. I mean, he was knees against elbows, trying to turtle up a little bit. I mean, I think he had the instinct to protect himself when he came back. I think that last standing hammer fist when it came down, you saw like everything went out for a second.
Yeah.
The hand stiffened up, and he came back very quickly. So I mean, I give it to Sterling.
He did, but like you saw that stiff, and that when he went stiff, that's when they called it. And then, just so happened he came right back. But you got to protect the fighter. in that
Absolutely.
case. He was on his stomach.
Yeah.
He could have taken another shot to the back of the head.
And who knows what happens
Just a
there
bad
too.
position.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's not taking away from Sterling because the first round was great. I mean,
Right.
Sterling fought really well. I think he had a good fight plan, and then he kind of fell into what I haven't seen that kind of boxing from O'Malley in previous fights. I've seen him be more straightforward, a little more reckless. So he actually the skill that kind of came into this one was kind of surprising to a degree, but you're seeing an elevated version of O'Malley that's going to make him a threat. But that bantamweight division is a murderer's row right now. It's an absolute stalwart.
Yeah, I mean, it was held down by a lot of guys that have moved out of the way now. So it's a lot of rising stars.
Yeah, like
for
young,
lack of a better
hungry
term.
fighters.
Right.
Yeah. So there is some fallout here. Some good, some bad. Daniel Cormier called the UFC 292 display the second coming of Conor McGregor, which isn't a bad thing. He says that O'Malley is good for business, that he has the fight acumen, he has the attitude, but he also possesses the skill set. They were comparing the feign and punch to the McGregor-Aldo 13-second knockout.
It was very much like that.
Yeah, and then Cody Garbrandt expressed his happiness for O'Malley, but feels that he sees holes and weaknesses that are exposed with a more skilled fighter.
I agree with that as well.
I do too. Dana White went on the card presser to say that O'Malley is already a superstar, that he's going to be a rising superstar. So he got the nod from Dana White. And Darren Till As we previously mentioned, he came out there and said O'Malley isn't getting Dana White privilege. He is getting superstar privilege. And in that, he means
Not
that
sure what the fuck that means.
he got to jump ahead a little bit
Oh yeah.
to get to the title fight.
But how's that not Dana White privilege? It's Dana White privilege.
Well, but
like
also,
Dana White
too-
loves him, and that guy. Let's not.
He's 17-1.
Yeah, it's not like it was his third fight
No.
in the UFC. Like
No.
he's been in there, but he's also taken some losses. Like,
Yeah.
well, the first time they were trying to shoot him into the title
Yeah.
picture, he took that loss,
And he went on.
and that really stunted his
Yeah.
rise there for a little bit.
But what I think really helped him in that one too, when he lost that fight, and that was against Mr. Marlon Vera. He went on like a press tour of that. He's like, I wasn't ready. I was too cocky. I was going into that fight camp not preparing myself for what Vera was bringing.
Too many gummy bears.
Too many gummy bears.
I
Too
still
many
remember
gummy
that. I still, not to get too off topic, but Chris Lieben way back in the day, he was my favorite. He came in and looked like crap in one match and got the crap beat out of him.
Yeah.
And his excuse after the press was like, after the weight cut, I just ate too many gummy bears. I haven't stopped shitting all day. And I was like, well, man, I mean, you're my spirit animal. I don't know what to
It's
tell
hard.
you.
It's hard to stuff a takedown when you're squeezing cheeks.
Right?
So there's this idea that Aljamain Sterling's going to quickly turn around and get his rematch. I don't think it's going to happen
No chance.
right away. There's also the idea that Marlon Vera can get the shot because he's been on a pretty decent tear, and he was the first guy.
And O'Malley took a shot at him in
Yeah.
the post-fight. Like, they're already building to that. I mean, and the only reason I say no way for Sterling getting the rematch right away is because Dana White doesn't like him.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't like him the whole title run.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
I mean,
also,
White's thrilled.
also not his fault, by the way. I mean, I know
Sterling's fault?
Yeah.
Or Dana White's fault? Yeah, not Sterling's fault at all.
Yeah, because Dana White was mad that he got the belt over the illegal knee from Peter Yan. That's not Aljamain Sterling's fault.
Right.
He took an illegal knee, and he got decimated by it, like any one of us would have. So I don't know how you can be mad about that. Then Aljamain went on to defend the strap like 3 times.
Yeah,
Like,
against
decent.
against credible. I mean,
Yeah.
TJ Dillashaw, he got hurt in that fight, but, like, still beat him.
Yeah.
And I think he beat Cejudo. I don't know if that's why he was champion or getting to the championship.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, Cejudo was, like, in the twilight of his career, but he at one point was, like, one of the best. So
Yeah.
it was a very underwhelming title reign for Sterling, but that's not his fault. Like, it's not his fault that the caliber of opponent wasn't where it is now. Like,
Yeah. Absolutely not.
does he? I do think he deserves a title shot in the future. Maybe do this one with Vera and then go back to Sterling.
Well, also too,
If Sterling can win a
Yeah.
qualifier fight or something.
Well, that's like it's the old Brock Lesnar idea where you don't put him in the title match. You give him a fight against a top-ranked opponent, and if he wins,
Right.
you jump. If
Yeah, I
the
think it's
person
fair.
you're squaring off with wins, they get the
Because
shot.
I mean, he was just the champion. He can't fall that
Yeah.
far in the rankings. 3-4 at the
Yeah.
at the worst.
Well, you got to look
Like,
too. Like if you do that, then you're kind of besmirching the process of like Kamaru Usman. Like you didn't give him a title match right away. You made him make the qualifying fight. So I'm
and
sorry.
Dana White just doesn't like it because Sterling's not an exciting fighter. He
Yeah.
makes it the decision quite often, but he's good.
He's very reminiscent of the end of Tyrone Woodley's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
Smart fight IQ. Doesn't want to take a lot of damage. Doesn't mind going to decision. Knows how to get points on
Right.
the card. There's nothing wrong with
And
that.
if his age is just, if he's just been in the game too long and now these younger fighters are better than him, then that's fine.
Yep.
Qualifier match will prove that.
Yep.
And that's it. But yeah, I don't think he's gonna get the immediate one. I think if it was a champion that Dana White really like pushed for, he would get it.
yeah.
But it's not gonna happen in this case.
So, Adam, moving on to the squared circle, the Royal Rumble 2024 is roughly only 5 months away.
My favorite
It is, yes. It's
event of the year.
one of the best premium live events
Yeah,
that they
except-
have.
well, except last year.
And, of course, the dirt sheets are going nuts. I don't count us amongst the dirt sheets because we're not douchebags like that. But I did
I get dirty every once in a while. You can keep your hands clean, but I get dirty.
That's why I have you as my podcast partner. I'll
Let
get
me
out of
tell
jail.
you what I heard about what's in Cody Rhodes' pants. Yeah.
So, Adam, there's top names floating around for the men's and women's Royal Rumble. So, for the men's, we're looking at LA Knight, Cody Rhodes, and Gunther. And for the women's, we're looking at Shayna Baszler, Kairi Sane, and Becky Lynch. So, starting with the men's, any one of those three, LA Knight, Cody Rhodes, and Gunther, are you kind of putting your chips behind any one of those?
I'm gonna do the big Adam thing, and like I kind of have to. I will go LA Knight as my top choice.
Okay.
And Gunther's my second choice. I don't think Cody Rhodes should win it. He just won it last year. And I think you can get him into a program with Roman Reigns. Holy crap! Without needing him to win the Rumble again.
Yeah, I think you can too. But
you get one of those other guys in to get the title off of Rollins, whoever's holding it at the time.
Yeah.
They both deserve a push.
Mm-hmm.
Cody's already made. Like,
yeah.
the LA Knight and Gunther need just a little bit of a
Yeah.
one-up jump, and they're a superstar.
I agree with that.
I think LA Knight's already there because he's just that good on.
He's
the
just
mic.
over.
Yeah, yeah.
He's just over.
Right.
Like all that weird criticism he faced too, and he's like, okay, whatever, and he got right past that,
Right.
and he's
Let me talk to you.
That's so simple, but it's so
it's
good.
Great.
Yeah.
It's attitude era nostalgia,
Absolutely.
but it's not cheesy and forced down your throat.
Yeah.
It's catchy. It's good.
And that's why I'm also picking LA Knight.
Yeah.
I'm a huge LA Knight fan. I really enjoyed him in NXT as well. I mean, I just really liked what he was doing. So
I liked him in TNA and NWA.
Oh, yeah.
I've liked him everywhere he's been.
it's tough to.
He's a funny dude.
It's kind of tough to believe he's like 41.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
and
He's
he
been
looks
in there for a while.
great.
Does look great.
Yeah. For the women's, then we have Shayna Baszler, Kairi Sane, and Becky Lynch. Of course, Sane is going to be the one that has to return from overseas, from Japan, to come back in and re-sign with WWE. She
Yeah.
could be one of those surprise entrants. So you taking any one of these three?
I would like Baszler to win out of those three, I think.
Okay.
She got put. I mean, the match against Ronda Rousey was a little bit of dog shit at SummerSlam, but it's a push for her. She is a legitimate badass. You can put
Yeah.
some cred behind, and she's better. She is a better professional wrestler than Ronda Rousey,
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
still has that legit pro MMA cred. It looks like she can friggin' hurt somebody.
Yeah.
And Becky Lynch has been there before, so I'm not picking her. And that's it. I think Shayna Baszler deserves a run at the strap. And then you have a great heel champion going into,
Which is what you need.
challenging at Mania. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot. But I am going to go with Kairi Sane. I think it's going to be a cool return. I think that she sees that when Triple H is at the helm, and she has more of a shot. However, who knows? Because that finalization of the deal between whatever that company is that's taking over WWE, the whole
Endeavor.
Endeavor. Vince McMahon is taking his spot back, quintessentially.
Right.
When that comes, and that's why Kairi Sane left. She's like, "There's nothing here for me because you won't give me a push." So I don't know, man.
I will say out of the three, she has the best finisher. That elbow is sick.
Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah.
So, Adam, we're going into going over or jobbing.
My favorite first round segment.
I do like this one.
I do. You just introduced it last week, correct? We called
Yeah.
it something else the first week back.
No, we called it going. Oh yeah.
Tell me when I'm telling
like
lies.
factor cap. Yeah. Tell me when I'm telling lies. But going over or jobbing, so it's a factor crap or bullshit or whatever we want to say.
Going over or jobbing. Although
So-
if it's jobbing, I usually do use a more colorful term.
Bullshit. So, Adam, going over or jobbing, Edge will end up in AEW.
That one's going over for me. I think he's done all he can do in WWE. The only thing he could do that's left is win the title again and have another run, and I don't think we need that.
There's a logjam.
Yeah,
There's a
I think that send off in Toronto was the perfect last chapter of his WWE career. Let him go to AEW, make a little bit of money, fight Christian one more time.
Yeah. Or team with him.
Yeah, or team with him. And
Could you imagine Brood 2.0 and you have Botchasaurus in
Could
there
you-
too with Gangrel? Because Gangrel's still doing some shit.
you know what you don't do, but they're definitely going to do it if it happens? Put Edge and Christian against the Hardy Boys again, because the Hardy Boys
Yes.
just look like dog shit
Oh,
that got
man.
rained on
And
and like
frozen.
smeared across the yard. And Edge and Christian still look pretty good.
Yeah, it'll be decimation. And then Tony Khan will still put the Hardy Boys over.
Oh, meth is a hell of a drug.
because babyfaces have to go over on heels. Heels can't ever win. That's why MJF has to be a babyface now. So, Adam, going over or jobbing, Conor McGregor will return to fight in the UFC.
Going over. He'll run out of money eventually. I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. I know they're trying to get him in there for UFC 300. We talked about Bellator 300 last week. So he's been rumored for that. I don't know how far off that is.
Pretty far. He
Yeah.
said no to 2023 already.
So
Yeah, so it's like either early 2024,
Yeah.
but he hasn't even re-entered
he'll be
USADA.
back. He needs money.
I think it's jobbing.
You do?
I don't, because here's what I'm saying, man. When Endeavor does the merge, and he's already seen the blueprint from Ronda Rousey, how much money she made. Could you imagine
Oh, you
that
think he's gonna jump into the E?
Royal Rumble? 3, 2, 1. Notorious. He's gonna come running down.
I mean, I would look like a little freaking Mark for sure. if he
I'm
did.
gonna jump for it.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: if it's money motivated, why not?
Can we just like make a creator wrestler out of him and give him like Ken Shamrock's moveset?
Oh yeah, we could definitely do that. Yeah.
Just belly to belly suplexes on everybody.
So Adam, going over a jobbing, Seth Rollins is having a better post-Shield career than John Moxley, also known as Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, you're playing into my wheelhouse. You know
Yeah,
how much
I know.
fucking hate John Moxley. Seth Rollins is definitely going over on this one.
Okay.
I mean, Moxley's stuck in a faction in AEW now. He did hold the title a couple times.
Yeah.
It's a lesser title.
You
WWE is still the king, and Seth Rollins has that title right now. So I think Seth Rollins is more successful at this moment.
But Seth Rollins has the consolation prize in WWE. He doesn't.
Yeah, that's better than having to team with Wheeler Yuta every week.
No, it's not. Wheeler Yuta's good. I like Wheeler Yuta.
Little fucking jobber.
So I think I do think this is also going over. I think Seth Rollins has significant star power, but I'm not going to take away from John Moxley. He was able to they both reinvent themselves pretty well, but I think John Moxley was able to make it work for him, and I don't think he so much cares about the things that Seth Rollins cares about.
Right.
But
Those boots.
Yeah. And Seth Rollins just has draw power. Not that John Moxley doesn't, but we're looking at WrestleMania already selling out.
But I mean, I challenge John Moxley. Do something different. Like you've seen it. You've seen his blueprint. Every match is the same.
Yeah. I'm
You
gonna
know, for
bleed.
the most part. He's solid. He's gonna bleed.
Yeah.
He's gonna hit the Death Rider. He's gonna do the stupid forearm spot. He's gonna do the stupid elbow spot.
I also don't like his bulldog choke.
Don't like that either.
Not a
like
fan
it's
of that.
all weak. Like there's nothing.
Yeah.
He's not quite technical enough to be a technical wrestler, and he's not quite hardcore enough, other than dicing his head open every week, to be a hardcore legend.
Yeah.
Either. He ain't. He's not Terry Funk.
He's
like,
not
he
the
thinks
same.
he is.
He does.
He's like cosplay Terry Funk.
Yeah.
Cosplay McFoley. Like it's
Yeah.
not working. I don't know if it's the caliber of opponent. And I mean, he really thinks he's Onita. He's not. He's.
Yeah.
I've seen Onita just take friggin' big boots straight to the mush, like shoot boots to the head.
Yeah.
And AEW's not going to let that happen. So
That's true.
he needs the pivot because you just can't do that on American television.
Yeah. I think his best character is when he first came into AEW and he was like the hardcore anti-hero going against Chris Jericho's faction.
Yeah, maybe it's him as a heel just doesn't fucking.
It doesn't work because he's always been like that, like that, that like speak through my teeth and
I'm gonna stab you with a screwdriver.
Yeah.
It's like you can be hardcore without stabbing somebody with a fork or a screwdriver because we know that's worked.
I just like when he pulls the fork out and he's like, salad time. He just starts stabbing people in the head.
Let me show you what I've done since I stopped drinking. I'll throw you up a quick Caesar salad.
So, Adam, the last one here before we go.
Tongs out.
The last one before we go into a break for some commercials from our friends. Going over a jobbing, Ronda Rousey will return at UFC 300.
There's my hot jobbing bullshit. There's no fucking way she's ever getting back in a UFC ring. She's no, that's not happening. Nope.
Well, she also wants to be a two-time mommy. She said that too. She wants to have more kids.
She's on that path, and that's the path.
And that's cool.
She should stick with. She made a ton of money. She was one of the pioneers of women's MMA. And you should just be good with that.
Yeah.
Rest on your laurels.
You're
fine.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, come back to WWE when you want to make some more money.
Yeah. Get that Brock Lesnar 4-match contract for $1.5 million.
Break Charlotte Flair's nose for me.
Let's
do this.
Thank you. So speaking of breaking, we are going to break right now for a commercial from one of our friends because we still don't have any sponsors.
Come on, sponsors.
I've been sniffing.
Come on, sponsors.
I've been sniffing, but our friends
We like
keep
beer.
coming round.
We got tattoos.
Yeah, We like horror movies.
I'll pierce my body again. We can get some goth jewelry.
Goth nipples, where are you at? So, so we are going to go into a break here. You're going to hear from one of our friends, and if you listen to them, you go support them. You support us, and we support us. We can do some pretty cool stuff. So we'll see you on the other side.
Psst. Hey, you.
Want to get doomed?
I'm Tessa.
And I'm Nicole, and we have a spanking new podcast for your ear holes called Doom Generation.
Listen in as two foul-mouthed biddies have an always casual, often comedic,
What? I think we're funny.
and sometimes chaotic conversation about the things that doomed us to be who we are today.
Take a trip with us down nostalgia lane, and we'll try not to veer off the road.
Available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Doom Generation Pod and on Twitter at DoomGenPod. Later, Doomers!
Welcome back. Hopefully you heard something that you like. Because again, when you support our friends and you support us, when you support us, we get some pretty cool stuff. Like going out and putting out fan polls for people to answer.
Slipped into Malkovich.
I know. I'm trying to. During
we
the
did a little
break,
Malkovich skit in the middle.
I
and,
wanted to be John Malkovich.
like auditioning for the Penguin and doing it poorly.
Ooh, that could be something we do
There you go.
after the show.
All right.
So we did put out a fan poll. So last week we kind of fantasy booked Jake Paul against Tom Hardy, and we asked you guys who would win this fight, and they're like in a fucking landslide, not even close. You guys all picked Mr. Hardy to go over on this one.
Yeah.
Jake Paul only got 9% of the votes, while Tom Hardy got 91%.
The strongest of the Hardy Boys. You know?
Dun, dun, dun,
You know what I'm
dun, 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 dun.
You're going to vote against Bane? Are you stupid?
Dude, and that's the thing too, like if you got to pick the version of Tom Hardy to do it, why you wouldn't pick Bane? Beyond me.
I'd pick Bronson.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Because it like... I don't know if I can say this on this podcast, but I think it just beat him up and then like paint a mustache on their face with their own poop.
yeah. No, he would definitely do
He was
that.
a kinky dude.
He really was.
He was a kinky motherfucker.
I had a proclivity to violence. So, again, not surprised. You guys picked Tom Hardy to go over. We do too. And, you know, of course, Adam's going to pick Bronson version of Tom Hardy.
Yeah, I'll take Bronson. You can take Bane.
I'm going to take Bane on this one, both of which brawly, psychotic dudes.
Just proves that Venom sucks.
Yeah, absolutely. What are you doing? Bombing in the box office. That's what I'm doing. So, Adam, also last week, we dropped this idea of beige flags.
Yeah, it really, I didn't know what it was. And
Yeah.
we said we'd elaborate on it this week.
And we will, right after we get into round 2 beers. What do we have?
So we got something, something, again, we're going kind of low at the beginning of round 2.
Yeah.
We got something special that I got to be a part of with two businesses that we really love on this podcast. One is surviving.
Yes.
The other one's gone forever.
Yes. Not forever.
Well, who knows? They might come back.
Yeah.
You know. But it was a collab between Bash Brew, Black Forge Coffee, and Arboretum Trail. And it's called Hail Sumatra.
Hail Sumatra.
So we did a Belgian quad, which is
Jesus.
a big old 12% beer.
That's a big boy.
Yeah, and then we dunked a bunch, I think 10 pounds, maybe 12 pounds. I'll have to ask Ben someday.
Yeah.
Of Sumatra coffee beans from Black Forge in it. And then barrel aged it in a Willet barrel for almost 6 months. And we're going to drink it and get really silly by the end of this round.
Yeah, and that's why we're going to talk about beige flags
Yeah.
whenever this is going on.
Let's try to decap it.
Yeah.
There's wax on it, so let's see if it works. Oh my gosh, the wax.
There you go.
Sound effects?
There we go.
Ooh, I smell the barrel immediately.
Yes, it comes right out.
So I will take
Yeah, take a nice little helping there.
I mean, I'll take a helping. It's a 22-ounce bottle, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a toast to the departed Black Forge and a toast to Arboretum and his Ben from Arboretum and his future endeavors, because they will occur. He's on the move. He's going to go more distro focused, from what I've heard, and continue to grow. And
Yeah.
maybe there's a tap room down the road. You know.
I think there is.
knows?
There's.
But Bash Brew will still be involved with him.
Yes,
as
absolutely.
it continues.
Big shout out to Ben. If he's distro, you got to have a spot in your fridge for Arboretum Trail. It's good beer. Took my first sip of Sumatra. Man, that thing punches you right in the palate. You have to be ready for this, and we were ready for it. The coffee has just enough of the being pronounced just enough to really combat some of the barrel flavor, so it's not super abrupt. It plays really nice, man, and you get the booziness that you're looking for in the quad. It's a great balanced approach to a higher ABV beer that has a complex flavor profile.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, and you can ask Ben. He can correct me when he comes on again. He'll be on in a future episode, I'm sure. I think how this one came about is he asked me about putting coffee in a beer, and I kind of gave him my method, and he's like, "You think you want to do one with me?" I was like, "Yeah, well, we doing some sort of stout, something." And he's like, "No, Belgian quad, and we're gonna put it in a barrel."
You're like, "Fuck yeah, dude!"
Like, all right, let's fucking do this.
Yeah, you had me at barrel.
Yeah, I thought it was a crazy idea, but it worked. So
yeah. So while we sip on this illustrious Belgian quad, that is,
and keep a lookout for Arboretum Trail on all
social media.
Yeah. He will be distroing back up into the city at a couple local craft beer bars. So
perfect.
keep a lookout. Get some of his stuff.
Probably Mike's
I know
Beer Barn.
his pumpkin stout should be ready this fall.
Oh, and also
We'll probably preview that on a future episode.
Yeah, wink, wink. So Adam, while we're sipping on this, we got to get into these beige flags here.
What the hell does it mean? Did
Well,
we figure out what it meant?
Well, first off, I should say we didn't know what it was because we're only full of red flags.
Yeah.
Which we know what those are.
Well, and I think it's also because we're closing in on 40, bud.
That's true. Yeah.
We're in our mid
You
to late
solidified
30s.
the bullshit that you should have took care of in your 20s.
Yeah.
So, Adam, beige flags are defined in two ways, and thank you to the Tab for this because I went on the tab.com and I was able to read their definition. Number one, it's issues that aren't complete deal breakers but can cause you to take a moment to analyze. And two, it could be something that someone does that makes them extremely boring. Okay. So, like I said, the Tab made it clear that this concept came from the dating world, specifically profiles, and they found some of the worst ones. So, Adam, I went on the Tab, and I found they had 30 of them, and I found 10 that I think I see a lot whenever I'm on TikTok putting up our videos. Again, we're at DWTB at TikTok. So, Adam, I want to play a game, though. So, I'll read the beige flag. And whoever's turn it is, we're going to flip a coaster. And the Bash Brew side, if it lands up, you have to turn this beige flag into a red flag. And if it's the blank side, you got to turn this beige flag into a green flag, which means, like, it's on. Like,
that's going to be what I do.
Yeah.
However that flips up.
Yes.
Red heads, green tails. Got it.
Yes.
And then you're taking the other side?
No.
Oh, just I have to do it.
You have to twist it.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought we were going to debate. You're just going to grill me, huh?
No, we're going to take turns.
Oh, we're both going to make it a green and a red.
There's 10 of there's 10 here.
Okay. I thought we were going to argue. I was really going to make it personal.
We'd have to cut it in half if you're going to do that. So what we'll do is we'll flip it, and then you have to turn it into one or the other.
Sure.
And then you'll do 1, I'll do 2, 3, and 4, and so on and so forth.
Sure.
We'll see what we can do here.
Sounds good.
All right. So, Adam, number 1, it says, I'm overly competitive at everything. So that's a beige flag that comes out. So, like, okay, so you're overly competitive. You sound like a lot of fun at a party.
Right.
All right. So, Adam, let's see what you got to do here. You got to make this a red flag.
Got to make it a red flag? That's you know what? I prefer that.
Okay.
Because it's exactly what you brought up at a party.
Yeah.
And especially, like, family cookouts and things like that. You know, you have some close friends over. It's not a full-blown, like, drink fest or anything. Eventually, board games pop out. Oh. There's nothing more infuriating than playing, like, Monopoly with somebody that's competitive.
Oh, yeah.
Makes me want to leave.
Yeah.
Any board game, any yard game where somebody's like cornhole, somebody's real into cornhole.
Yeah. Oh, that's a red flag.
Whew,
like,
yeah,
I've been playing this game for 10 years, and I'm so good at it. The defensive strategies. And blah, blah, blah.
Foot over the line! Your foot's over the line! Get out of my yard.
Speaking of the board games, did you ever see that one, like, the one video where it's like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to pay my rent. And it's the guy's like, oh, I could work out something with you. And it's cuts to the two people that are playing Monopoly with him. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Do a lot of dirty things for Boardwalk.
That's a green flag right there. So, Adam, for number 2 here, this is mine. And it's whenever you're out to eat and you have that one guy who's sitting at the table. He likes to drink mezcal and he wears sunglasses indoors. And he says, what do I order for the table? tequila. So let's see if I can make this. To me, it's already kind of a red flag, but we'll see here.
It's green flag for me.
Ooh, green flag.
Yeah.
So I would say, what do I order for the table? Tequila, but I'll also make sure that if you need your training wheels, I'll go get you the lemon or the lime and the salt, and I want to make sure that you're okay with this. And also, you can get Raspado or you can get Mezcal. You can get whatever you'd like. I'll take my sunglasses off. I want you to feel comfortable when we're taking this together. We're going to take this together.
I mean, Reposado makes it a sip and drink instead of a shoot and drink.
You can trick people into it, it becomes
if it's silver or gold tequila, like you're shooting that shit.
Yeah, every time. Yeah, but I think it also kind of like making that a green one kind of makes it like borderline creepy.
You don't let anybody put it in a margarita. No, we're drinking it straight.
It's straight or nothing, and that's what you make it.
I should have give you the salt. I'm just shouting on all these.
I like this.
Yeah, beige flags really
Yeah.
get me geared up here.
Adam, believe it or not, I don't drink coffee. Ooh.
Oh boy.
Okay. You gotta make that a green flag.
Well, I'm sure your stress levels are low, and God, this is hard. Your stress levels are low. You probably have like a regular heartbeat.
Yeah.
You're
You
probably not
kiss your mom on the mouth.
Yeah, you're not irritable. Yeah, you can kiss your mom on the mouth because you won't have coffee breath.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, nice things. You're probably an all-around
You're a nice guy.
nice dude.
Yeah. Do you take your coffee black though? Because that makes you a psychopath.
Only black.
So
What are you, a teetotaler?
yeah, that. Ooh. Ugh. If someone's like, I don't like coffee, I only like tea. Shut up. So number 4, debating if pineapple belongs on pizza. I'm gonna make this a red flag. So I think if you like pineapple on your pizza, you probably, I don't know, like to push kids over at Disneyland, or you probably wreck your car on purpose so you don't have to go to work, or like if you like pineapple on your pizza, I'm pretty sure that I can't trust any of your opinions. You probably also think your zodiac sign steers all of your decision-making process.
I would say these are the kind of people that also like go to like a really nice seafood or steakhouse or like a nice sushi restaurant and order the chicken tenders.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or they go to a whiskey wine bar and ask for Fireball. Do you have any spiced whiskey?
You got that Fireball? What about the Screwball? You got some Screwball?
I like that peanut butter stuff. You got peanut butter in there? So, Adam, this one, I don't know if you watched The Office at all. I know that's not one of your
I
favorite.
did. No, I watched it when it was...
So, whenever someone puts on their dating profile, looking for the Pam to my gym.
It's a red flag. Spoiler alert, it's a red flag for me.
It is a red flag for you.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you're boring as shit. That's not realistic. It's not going to happen. Jim should have taken the money and started his sports... I forget what he's going to be. A sports writer, I think.
Yeah, he wanted to be a sports writer.
Some sort of sports broadcaster. He should have did that.
Also, too, he was a psychopath.
Plain Jane
He just
Pam.
picked on people. He made sadistic pranks.
I mean, I was okay with that.
That's the
I'm
thing.
pretty sadistic, too.
You're okay with that?
Yeah, but then take the money. You better go sadistic the whole way.
Yeah, all the way.
Leave Humdrum Pam back in Scranton.
Humdrum Pam got super hot.
In real life. Scranton Pam didn't get hot.
Scranton Pam was office hot.
Scranton Pam would have ended up marrying Michael for the money.
True.
Or Dwight.
My unusual skill is procrastinating.
Oh, God. These are all... I hate all these people.
It's a green flag for me. I have to make this green flag.
Okay.
So can I just say off the rip, procrastination to me sucks.
It's the bane of my existence.
I gotta get stuff done.
Uh-huh.
But it's like, oh yeah. So you like to procrastinate. So I guess it's an unusual skill for you. You like to do things that you love and not things that are important to you that make money for your household or take care of your family. That's okay. I believe that your procrastination will help you in the long run. At some point, hopefully, you don't get tied up in projects you don't like because of procrastination.
I'll give a green flag for procrastination.
Okay.
You're probably also low stress, kind of like you don't drink coffee. Like
Yeah.
nothing's bothering you. Everything like kind of just rolls off your back.
And a golden retriever.
It's probably why I have high blood pressure because I'm the
Everything-
opposite of
everything
that
bugs you?
person. Yeah.
And you don't procrastinate? I don't know where the hell you got this whole I'm a procrastinator from. I've never seen you procrastinate.
I
Ever.
don't.
Yeah.
Ever. I was the one that wrote like the final papers for college 3 weeks
Yeah.
early, and you're like, "Why'd you do that?" I was like, "Because I can drink for the last week."
Gotta get it done. Gotta get it done.
And then you just drink with me, and
Yeah. and write it with you while I was drinking.
Yeah.
That was my superpower.
What did you put for this one?
Oh, I'll show you what I put for this one. So for you, Adam, I'm looking for someone to go on adventures with. Red flag.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, remember what happened to that girl and her boyfriend? He threw her off a cliff and then got eaten by an alligator in the swamp. Laundry, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
That was a real fucking adventure.
Talk to the Laundry family about that. Hashtag life goals.
Jesus, dude.
Next. That's the best example.
Oh,
I like to go on adventures. I really like to go off the beaten path. You're going to be found at the bottom of a cliff.
Maybe.
You might not be found at all.
So I would say
Ted Bundy liked adventure too. You know?
Didn't that guy even
we
say
could take my Volkswagen anywhere.
Didn't that guy even say, like, in his profile, like his IG profile, he was like, I like going on adventures.
Yeah, they were like travel bloggers, influencers.
Well, look on. I don't know.
Yeah.
So for me, there's a quote here says, I am a foodie. Ooh, it's a red flag. That's cool. Your whole existence is food. Makes sense. I looked at your profile picture.
Can I have a turn at it?
Yeah, go for it.
Take a picture of that food and then choke on it.
That's a red flag. I hope that you die on the food that you're eating.
I actually do like food. I like watching people cook stuff.
Yeah, but that's not you being a foodie. That's you.
Foodie's just you going to restaurants.
I go to the restaurant. I order the tomahawk steak. I take pictures of it, and then I don't eat the whole thing. And then, you know, I have casual conversation while
you know, a lot of foodies are probably Deftones fans.
Well, no.
I might be a foodie.
Because you're a Deftones fan?
Yeah, maybe.
Ew. You can't make that equation.
Shoegaze equals Thomas.
All right, Adam. So for yours, nothing is better than sleeping. So that's a red flag that you got to make this a red flag.
Yeah, you're skipping your whole life just catching some Z's. Did you ever try to stay awake for 48 hours straight on nothing but Red Bulls? That's living.
Yeah, I have, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, sleeping's a waste of time.
So, Adam, last but not least, this one's for me. It's the most damning thing I think someone can say in a conversation. What's your degree? And that's going to be a green flag for me. So I want to know what your degree's in because I want to know if you're educated. If you've taken the time to run the risk of higher education. If you did, I'm really interested. What's your degree in? Adam, I know you have a degree in criminal justice and accounting. and I just find that so fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
You like crime and numbers.
Yep.
And that makes me like you.
Yep. I'm going to steal it. I want to steal all your money.
And I learned how to do it too. Thanks, undergrad. So, Adam, those were the top 10 beige flags from tab.com.
Those are good. Those are really good.
But we can also see, too, how quickly those things can turn into red flags.
Red flags or green flags.
Or green flags.
Yeah, there's some positives.
It depends on... I think it's...
I mean, in all honesty, I really do like sleeping now.
Oh, I do, too.
I'm not going to talk about it with people.
Oh, if I could go back here, I love pineapple on pizza.
Me too.
I am a foodie. I like eating a lot.
I
love
am a
sleeping.
foodie. I don't post about my food intake, but I do like to get adventures with food.
I think I've only taken pictures of my food like a
I've never had a
handful of times.
tomahawk steak though.
Neither have
I had an opportunity a few months ago, and I got
can't.
something else. Yeah.
I can't now.
Oh yeah, the red meat will
Daddy can't eat red meat. Uh-oh.
turn you into Terry Funk.
Yeah. I'll have to funk you in the bathroom. So, Adam, real quick, though, before we move on to your favorite segment of the show.
Yeah.
Do you have any beige flags?
Yeah, I have two.
Okay.
Because I always have two,
All
right? I always have multiple, and I can't
always
decide.
Like, Adam, can you give me one thing? I have 7.
No, I have two. I have two really good ones.
Okay.
One would be when somebody, especially a coworker, usually somebody like you know, but you don't really know, somebody on the fringe of being a friend,
like an
comes up and
acquaintance.
goes, "Oh, yeah, next week, we're going to Disney." You go, "Oh yeah, how old are your kids?" "Oh, we don't have any kids." Beige flag. And another one is people that only drink ciders or seltzers.
Yeah, like
Beige flag.
I don't like beer. I don't like alcohol.
Yeah.
But have you ever had a cider?
Have you ever had the really good cider from Woodchuck?
Oh, good. Hey, man.
If they have a favorite flavor of White Claw, beige flag.
Surge. I put 3 Surges in a thermos and I chug them.
Yeah, beige flag. And that's all they drink? I mean, everybody should have a preference on their flavor of White Claw, but like if that's all they drink, they're like, I can't even get the combo pack. I only drink mango. It's like, whew.
It's like, and that's the thing, too. It's a beige flag because you're like, oh, I could still like go drink with you, I guess.
I just can't talk to you about what we're drinking.
Yeah, I was like, I have this, like, I have Hell Sumatra, and you're trying to talk about it. I was like, well, actually, you know, this one's only 100 calories, and it's got 1 gram of sugar, and it's not that big of a deal. It's ranch water, so it's made with agave.
So, yeah, what's your, you have any beiges?
Yeah, I actually have one of my own where I just wink at people. I wink. Like, I'll say something, like, snarky, and I'll, like, wink. Like,
And then they're like,
hey,
is he being sarcastic or is he hitting on me?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, good luck on that thing tomorrow. And I...
Oh, you don't do the ha-ha, do you?
I do.
Oh, no.
And
You're the office bro dude. You're just hanging out by the copier, just winking.
It's my by the coffee maker, really. And I know
Big
it's
Daddy Winks.
Oh,
we got another nickname for the beginning of the show.
Oh, Daddy Winkler. Oh, no. Hey, real quick, can I
Winky, Pinky, and your Stinky.
Can I pitch you another one? Papa Winky.
Papa Winky.
Papa Winky.
Papa Winky.
Papa-
Daddy Mass.
Yeah. So that's my beige flag.
Who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy, Winky? But I think other than that one, I think my other beige flag is whenever I realize that I'm not letting someone talk, and I force myself to not be like Bert Kreischer, and I stare into your soul.
I have that problem too.
Yeah, but I'd say that's about it. That's, you know, other than that, I have beige flags. Like, I like pineapple on pizza and all that, like we just talked about. But yeah, winking at people is definitely
I poured beer all over the bar. Do I have one that's not on the list?
Oh, you?
Yeah. I feel like I talk about homebrew. That's probably a beige flag for a lot of people.
Well, no, because you talk about it with other homebrewers.
Yeah,
So
I try to. Sometimes I don't.
yeah, but I think you have a good audience whenever.
But
you're
then I
doing
do
it.
like the Bert Kreischer thing you do. Like I try to shut up about it. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, Iron City is a really good beer. Yeah. I drink Miller Lite.
I think that your beige flag is you're a one-upper. You like the one-up whenever we're like, because we had like
Between us.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Probably with a lot of people.
Well, the other day,
But I definitely do it with
we
you.
were bitching about sunflower seeds, and someone's like, "Yo, Dave's is the best." You're like, Biggs.
No, I'm not going to.
You're a contrarian. That's what it is. You're
Yeah.
not a one-up. You're a contrarian.
Yeah, I am.
You like to, and also sometimes too, I've caught you saying that you don't like things that you do like, and you don't like things that you do.
Yeah. I got to get my point across. I got to win this argument. What's your favorite donut chain?
It's like, I would be like, oh, I like Big Daddy Voodoo Donuts, and you're like, oh, actually, I
Duncan. You like flavor on your donuts? You stupid Mark.
stupid. And then you suck people in. It's hilarious for me because I know the game, and I mislabeled it as first as a one-upper. You're not a, you're a contrarian.
That's fair. Man, that's probably about to skew to red here soon.
Not really, because the thing is too, at the end of it, you always go, just kidding. Oops, just kidding. I don't like Dunkin' Donuts. I like Big Daddy Voodoo Donuts.
Imagine like, hey Matt, do you like spicy food?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what pores do to make their lives interesting?
Just kidding.
I love spicy food, by the way, folks.
Oh,
but yeah, I would do that to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
I've seen you do it so many times in front of me, and then you make eye contact with me.
Yeah, because I want to make sure you're picking up on my bullshit and not letting me get too out of control.
100%.
Yeah.
I do give you the nod every once
Fuck,
in a while.
that's such a good one. You're so right.
So, Adam, we're moving into your favorite segment of the podcast. It is questions from the internet.
Yeah!
Adam, what is your favorite villain squad?
Yeah, so definitely when we're talking villains, I'm going to DC Comics. Because Marvel just got some goofy villains.
They do.
And my favorite is a big old classic, and it's the Legion of Doom.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Very
man.
nice. Classic.
You got some good guys in there. So
Okay.
some real classics. Kingpin, was he in there?
Yeah.
Here we go with me not knowing who's actually in it. The Riddler was in there. Scarecrow, Lex Luthor. That's who I'm thinking. Not Kingpin. Kingpin was Marvel.
Oh, yeah, Spider-Man.
Yeah, he was Spider-Man. Solomon Grundy is a big one.
Oh,
He's in there. Yeah,
Solomon Grundy.
Yeah. So Legion of Doom. Fuck it.
I like
Fucking
that
up the Justice League, right?
I like that.
Yeah.
that. I would say I'm
'Cause I
also.
also fucking hate Superman.
I know you do. So, oh, empowered by the sun, Mark.
Although I'm going to blame that on the Hail Sumatra, me getting Kingpin and Lex Luthor confused. Because
Yeah.
there shouldn't be no confusion in that.
But could we also just say, like, in a Flash, kind of almost.
I mean, they were both bald.
bald white guys.
But
with
Kingpin couldn't even
corporations.
beat Daredevil, and he was blind. I mean, nothing against blind people.
Dude, no, he's not. I mean, he's blind, but he has like sonar and shit.
Yeah, he did have the sonar mask.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
He knows what he's doing.
He was basically Batman.
Basically,
If you really think about
yeah,
it,
if you
Bat's
really
got the sonar.
well, that's the thing though too. He didn't have
You
to.
could call him Dolphin Dick. Because dolphins have sonar, too.
Dolphins have Dolphin Dick.
And that's my new nickname.
Dolphin Dick.
I'm Dolphin Dick.
Dolphin Dick. I like that. So Adam, I'm gonna stay in
Feels
the
like a hot dog.
I'm gonna stay in the world of DC as well, and I'm gonna go with my favorite villain of all time. It is the Bat Who Laughs, and I like when he makes his amalgamation of all the feral Robins. So he leads them on chains and BDSM gear, and they just eat other DC characters alive.
So I'm not familiar with this, so I have like one really important question. They have
Yeah.
like a cool team name?
No.
Damn.
There's
Just
no
feral Robins.
There's feral Robins. So the Bat Who Laughs
I know that story.
Yeah.
I just didn't know about the feral Robin.
Yeah, he
gang.
dips into all the other universes and he abducts the Robins and he basically crowbars them into being feral.
So it's just like West Side Story. It's like the Sharks, the Jets, the Robins.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to be in a gang. Yes.
Hey, you looking at my gal?
So the Robins show up and they basically chew people. Like they're like dogs.
Oh, I like that.
It's pretty cool. And also it makes me rock hard. Like I just love watching.
You do like cannibalism.
I
so
do
yeah,
a
that makes
lot,
sense.
yeah. So Adam, the question came in about what part of podcasting do you find the hardest, but also I want to split up what part of brewing is the hardest for you to make the question more applicable to you.
I'll take brewing and you can take podcast.
That's cool.
Brewing for me is at this point coming up with new ideas and like not. I never thought I'd be at the point where I'm like resting on recipes. Like I always seem to like want to do new and crazy shit, but just with planning for competitions and stuff, I want to get feedback on certain beers I brewed before. I want to know how to improve them. So it's just keeping it fresh. Is really it. Coming up with new ideas for crazy shit. And then, but there's also a bunch of like classic styles I haven't done before. So yeah, it's a loaded answer, but I'm gonna say just keep. You just got to keep evolving. To keep the evolution going is kind of tough.
Yeah, I agree with that. With podcasting, it's the same way too. Like we are for all intents and purposes, we're a barroom chat kind of thing. You know, we think that the things we bring to your attention are fun things to bitch about in the bar. And there are so many podcasts like that, so we got to keep it fresh. So that's why thinking of new segments, thinking of new ways to introduce things, thinking of different things to bring in to highlight, and also too, like there's a balance, because I also want to use podcasting for good. Like, listen, we're not Joe Rogan, but we're also not getting like one listen per episode. We're kind of like in that nice like upper end of indie podcasting. Like we have a following, we have people listen to us, and if we can use that as a vehicle for good, and we're bringing fresh ideas, that's the hardest thing. I want to use it for good. I got to figure that out with you, and then I have to figure out how to keep the podcast fresh.
We also have to keep it a little offensive.
A little offensive, just a smidge offensive.
We can't do all good. We have to do a little bit of bad boy stuff.
You know who likes offensive stuff? Fucking cancer research, man. They love it when you start saying bad words.
I don't know about that.
They don't like that.
I don't know about that. I like them people. And
I like when you keep it clean.
But no, I mean, that's fair. Because it's similar where I'm at in brewing. Like, I'm not making money on it, but we have people that follow it and want certain beers we make and stuff like that and seek us out at events and stuff. So, yeah. It's,
well,
it's
I think
similar.
something, too, it's synonymous between the two is that because of your beer, you and subsequently I, because you bring me along, which is thank you, we get to talk to tons of cool people that
see everybody at Crush and Brew.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to talk to people because we wouldn't have a thing to talk to them about if you weren't doing what you're doing. And much like the podcasting thing, we've talked to like some pretty incredible people, and there wouldn't be any reason to talk to them about. So it's kind of like money's cool, but like the experiences we're getting to have are pretty dope, dude.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, my fucking failure of a cousin didn't get to talk to Art the Clown last year.
Yeah, that's right. Shout out to David.
Yeah. Enjoy your freaking Esquire, you lawyer piece of shit. I got to Dr. Art the Clown.
So, Adam,
He cut that girl's arm off.
speaking of horror movies,
Sorry.
thinking of Freddy
Fuck you,
versus
David.
Jason.
Great movie.
What two horror franchises would you pit against each other, much like Freddy versus Jason, which was a great movie? So you get to pick two horror franchises, whichever ones you want.
Am I going first? You go first.
You go first.
Oh, I got going.
Go.
I got going. I'm gonna take my little doll man, Chucky.
Yeah?
My little dude from Child's Play. Actually, he can bring the whole family if he wants. And we're gonna fly across the Atlantic Ocean to Ireland. He's gonna take on the Leprechaun in the Battle of the Short Kings.
Oh, the Battle of the Short Kings!
You got at least a trilogy out of Battle of the Short Kings.
Oh, easily, man.
Yeah.
They each have their, like, the first one's it's like Power Rangers.
I think their reach is about even too. You know, like there's no size advantage. It is a fair fight.
It's a lightweight match for the ages.
Yeah. Bantamweight ain't got nothing on them.
Fuck O'Malley. He couldn't handle the power of Super Chuck.
Yeah. How are you gonna take a butcher knife? You know?
You ain't. That's how it's gonna work out.
Shillelagh.
So I am going to go in you gotta hang with me here. You gotta fill this out with me.
I'll try.
I'm gonna take Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
From
Okay.
wink.
I'm gonna take that one. Yeah. And then I'm gonna take 28 Days Later.
Oh my God, it's eating people again. You love cannibalism.
I'm hard as fuck right now.
But I'm not sure how you're combining them, so go ahead.
So think about this: the Hewitt family ranch. They're isolated. It's still like 1979. Okay, picture it. The door to the front porch opens. Here comes, the Hewitt family comes out, and they hear rumbling in the tree line. Before they know it, the zombie horde comes running out of the wood line, and they have to retreat into the house and defend their house for an entire night, a la Night of the Living Dead. However, you have an entire family of psychopaths taking on the horde from 28 Days Later.
I don't want to punch a hole in your
That's okay.
fight here. I don't think it's very fair. The 28 Day Later zombies are like some top tier zombies.
Yeah.
They're gonna be tough to fight.
But the
off.
reason why I'm picking them,
and there's some old people in the Hewitt family.
there are, but
Yeah.
but
Grandpa ain't making it out.
I know, but
Spoiler alert.
yeah,
Grandpa getting eaten.
but think about this.
And he's
though.
probably tastes like jerky. He's pretty dry.
he's dried out, yeah. But could you think about any one of them getting bit and turning, and being like,
Oh, that's a cool twist.
that's what I'm saying.
We got Chop Top in here.
Oh,
Are
absolutely.
we taking some of the two family in there?
Lick
Ah,
my head plate, you dog dick.
lick my head plate, you zombie sucker.
So yeah, I would take 28 Days Later and Texas Chainsaw
Nice.
Massacre, smash them together.
Like,
That'd be fun.
yeah, if you take the whole Chainsaw Arch, like all of the characters,
And-
you
yeah.
get freaking Matthew McConaughey in
Oh,
there
yeah.
being that stupid character.
that terrible iteration of the movie.
I want every universe of Chainsaw.
Yeah, they're all in the same
First
house.
zombies.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm
Yeah.
okay with that.
Cool. So Adam, what's on tap, and where can you find us?
Oh, we're done with Quiet.
We're
Hour?
done.
What? They only ever send us 3 a week. What the fuck?
That's all we gotta do.
So, for our next festival, which we covered at the top of the show, Crush and Brew, September 9th, we will have the Flying Spaghetti Monster Italian Pilsner and the Retired Double Agent Double Hazy Jalapeno Pineapple IPA. And that's it. I mean, those might be left after the fest, so hit us up.
Yeah.
And we have some of that left after North Hills. So if you're interested in either of those and can't make it to Crush and Brew, let me know. I'll get you some bottles. And then September 23rd, we have Home Brews and Blues out at the Coopers Lake Campground. That is September 23rd. And a new addition to the calendar, October 22nd, Homebrew and Chill returns to the All Saints Brewing Company in Greensburg. One of Matt's favorite events.
I absolutely love that event.
And then just a short 6 days later, October 28th, Brewing for a Cause at the Energy Innovation Center.
You're gonna be very
As
busy.
part of Trube. Yep, I signed up for Homebrew and Chill this week, and I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking. But I'm excited.
Yeah.
I do know what I'm thinking. We're going to bring back an old classic.
Ooh.
And we're going to bring back an October favorite
Okay.
for Homebrew and Chill. And then only one of those will continue on to bring up again.
Yes.
Bring for a cause. But, bring up a for a cause. So, you know.
So if you know what's going on, I'm down here in the Brew Lab. It's at @Bash_Brew on all social media. It's Facebook, Instagram, and on X. If you want to know what's going on, the boys, we are at DWTB on all social media: Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, TikTok, YouTube, and I think I have an invite coming for that Sky Blue or the fuck that thing is. I have no idea.
Oh, I know Sky Blue.
Yeah, I know Sky Blue too. So, from inside the Jojitorium, where we are sipping on the amazing Hell Sumatra, until next time, cheers.
Follow the buzzards.
Timothy Oliphant was in the remake of The Crazies in
He sure was.
2008.
He sure was.
I love Timothy Oliphant.
Me
I like
too.
the way that he stares at the camera longingly, as if he's trying to make I love to just me.
I feel like I can feel his facial hair tickling me.
I wish I could. It would feel so grand.
Why are you?
I don't know.
I don't even know what you're doing there.
I was trying to do Maria Bamford, but that's not how she sounds.
Nope. Maybe if she was a dude. Maybe if she was Mike Bamford.
If she was a dude and she was trying to talk like
her.
well, no. If she's a dude, she's trying to talk like John Malkovich.
Hello, I'm John
Yeah.
Malkovich.
You know, it is kind of a John
I wish
Malkovich.
I could kiss Timothy Oliphant.